just got a lot of fight, a lot of grit. We got a chance. We got to believe in it. We got to go home and get some rest and get some ice on our bodies, maybe a cold tub, and anything that we can do to get ourselves ready to go, because it's all or nothing tomorrow. And we got to believe we got a chance and take care of business.
And taking OU, down to the final inning like you guys did, how much confidence does that give this team going into tomorrow, knowing that you guys can compete now?
Well, I definitely think, the fact that we got to see all three pitchers and did a little damage with each pitcher, that's going to give us some confidence and hopefully something that makes them feel a little uneasy. They had one big inning and we just couldn't seem to kind of gather things together. I think we got frustrated on a call when Mendez was up and just couldn't kind of climb back. They made some adjustments and we didn't. And, a little bit that's on me with the pitch calling. But I think from a confidence perspective, we've got nothing to lose tomorrow. We've got to continue to keep working that angle and understanding that, the target's on their back. They're the one that's supposed to be winning. And, we're just here to try to disrupt that as much as possible.
How fun was it in that first game against OU to see?
1 second. They got a blower. I can't hear you right now.
You're good.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, no worries. How fun was it to see, Riley Buck, a Kansas kid, in that first game hit 2 home runs, and how much does she mean to the team?
Just all weekend, our seniors, they've just stepped up in a huge way. Riley in the OU game, Kaylee Hecker gets one in the A&M game, obviously Butters, in OU and in A&M yesterday. I mean, you just look at those kids and they're playing their hearts out. It's awesome to see. And yeah, being from Kansas, she's doing a great job of representing our state. It's got a lot of heart. They got a lot of guts, and I like it. They're going out there and they're putting all of it on the field. Every swing, every defensive play, pitchers are grinding it out. It's what we would expect. It's what we're prepared for.
Coach, after that regular season finale against Oklahoma, you said that, it kind of played into your favor because you got to see them one time and you might be able to see them again in a regional setting. How much did you take from that first game into that second matchup, and how much from this second matchup will you be able to take into tomorrow?
A little bit here and there. I think I learned a little bit more from watching film these last couple of weeks, where you saw some teams put up some runs on OU and them not necessarily run rolling as many people. Especially took some things from the Oklahoma State game and Big 12 conference tournament, things like that. That probably was what we took a little bit more from than our actual game. We got to see Sale and May in our game, so offensively that was a big piece of it. We knew May was going to come in and try to pound the zone, but could get a little wild. And then with Sale, that's our second or third time seeing her. So just the more and more we see them, obviously, the more we can game plan from a hitting perspective. But it goes both ways. Obviously, they've seen Bailey Lang quite a bit now, and depending on who we go with tomorrow, they're going to have to be ready to go, and we're going to have to probably change our game plan a little bit because they made some adjustments late for sure.
Coach, talking to Coach Erickson after the post game and talking to Coach Bo Malone, they were both asking me off air, like, hey, how's Wichita's doing? Everybody was aware of what you were doing against Oklahoma, but I sense a pride within the league here and the coaches here. They felt maybe a little slighted by the committee and some of the seating. Do you feel like as a league, right now you're trying to make a point? You got 3 teams now in the regional final, all 3 teams making it to the regional final.
Yeah, it's huge. It's awesome. And Cindy and I have had a little thread going. Just going back and forth, hoping for the best for each of us and being excited about our teams in the postseason. And, I think, Florida State's a good matchup for Central Florida. I think they've got some confidence in them. Obviously, Florida's going to be tough tomorrow for Georgina. I mean, it's going to be tough for all of us, but our conference is great. And, it couldn't prepare us anymore. I mean, I feel like every single weekend when we came out and played, whether it was Memphis, Houston, East Carolina, Tulsa, Central Florida, or South Florida, it was a dogfight, especially playing the 4 games. And, some of that kind of stuff's coming into play when you're playing an OU for the 3rd time, and then you need to beat them to play them the 4th time. And, we've got to be able to make those adjustments. But it's definitely a sense of pride. This conference is strong. Softball conference. I think it's awesome that we've got 3 teams out of the 16 regionals playing in the finals. I do think we were slighted. I don't think we deserve to come here at all. I mean, but we're making the most of it. We've got nothing to lose, like I said, and our kids are showing up and grinding it. Today's game, I've never been more proud of this team. I don't think in Shocker history we've played a game as good as we played against OU, because I think OU played hard. They played, we made them not play their best game. And in my opinion, that shows that we were a World Series caliber team. We are a World Series caliber team. And I think that's the part that's disappointing on the back end, is that, we could have went to a super regional, and you're seeing some of these upsets right now where 3 or 4 teams aren't playing in the championship that are hosting. And, hopefully there's some live and learn from this. The committee looks at some of the things, the decisions that they've made, and, doesn't make Wichita State drive every year. Yeah, we've got a bunch of schools around us that we drive to, but they're damn good, and we shouldn't have to go to the best all the time.
Patty Gasso agreed with you, by the way. She's been saying all week that you should not have been here.
I'm very happy. I know. We've had some conversations. It's mutual.
Hey, Kristi, Haley Lee there in the 7th. What was the discussion about pitching to her?
Just going out there and more than anything, not leaving anything down the plate. That kid's got tremendous power. In fact, in that game, congratulate her. I mean, she broke the single season record for home runs for A&M with 25, I think. And so, with that type of power, knowing, that she was one swing away from, I think, tying it up. I can't even remember, to be honest with you, who was on. We just talked about, controlling the tempo a little bit. I thought Lang was a little disappointed on some pitch calls earlier, and then she hit Herzog, and you could see by her reaction that she wasn't happy with herself. And she's just going to have to kind of let that go and move on. And my fear, and the reason I called timeout, was to get her to do that. Take a deep breath, get herself refocused, and know that she got her out the last time and got away from us, and we're going to try to keep that same game plan. And she did a fantastic job on her. That's a really tough out, great hitter. And I thought Bailey Lang really bounced back from that hit by pitch. Corey, can you text them and just tell, is it okay if I go home with you guys? Sorry.